This is my review of the last movie in Tom Hardy's Venom trilogy, Venom: The Last Dance. Let's have a look. Earlier today, right after my morning stream, I headed off to the local theater to be one of the first normal people to see that new Venom movie. And with normal I mean, I just bought a ticket for the first general screening. To be fair, normal in my case is a bit of a stretch. This is the third and final movie in the series, at least according to Tom Hardy. Stick around till the end of the video to find out if I truly think that is the case or not. When it comes to all of these Venom movies, my opinion is pretty simple. Are they on the list of the best Marvel movies I've ever seen? No. But they sure as hell are not the worst ones either. Which is not saying a lot after some of those bland stinkers that we have seen lately. But still, the Venom movies are above all entertaining, lightweight, kind of like a bag of crisps or chips. They're not the most nutritious, but they can be damn tasty. And you know what? That is perfectly fine. No need to get on your high horse and judge this movie as if it is the latest Christopher Nolan flick. And in case you're going to be a tool and stay on top of that tall pony, well, the good news is that this third movie is the best one yet. Oh, and by the way, I was kidding when I called you a tool. Just joking. And the main reason why I find all of these Venom movies so entertaining is the bromance. The bromance between Eddie Brock, a journalist that is really down on his luck and was close to hitting rock bottom at the start of the first movie, and Venom, the symbiotic alien with a rather peculiar taste for brains. Now their relationship has evolved over those three movies, and in this third movie they kind of gotten into that phase where they just like one brain cell. They become one person, both in friendship and also apparently quite literally, which is a part of the plot. But I'll come back to that in a second. Seriously, the character of Venom is at its peak in this movie. The banter, the funny comments, the reactions.
What are you? We are.
We're Venom!
We are.
Venom!
No.
Oh!
Yeah, we
are
Venom. We're gonna need to work on that.
He made me laugh out loud more than once. And I think all of this chemistry, this fun, is partly due to them casting Tom Hardy as Eddie Brock. In these movies, Eddie Brock is not a scrawny little man that needs an alien to become a superhero. He's a dude that suffered. And if it wasn't for his alien BFF, he would have probably ended up at the bottom of a bottle. I guess Venom saved him. And that's just it. The Venom trilogy is a tale of brothers. And in this last movie, they take their final road trip together. I'm not going to delve into the plot too much. I don't want to spoil anything for you guys. But let me outline the story. Knoll, which is a rather funny name if you're a Dutch-speaking person, a rather disturbing name if you're Scandinavian. Yeah. Maybe Google it if you're older than 18. Anyways, Knoll. He's a primordial god, one of the strongest beings in the Marvel universe. And he created the symbiotes, but they ended up imprisoning him because they deemed their own creator to be too dangerous. That is saying a lot. So Knoll is sending in some of his other creations to find the symbiotes on Earth because they hold the key to his freedom. I think that was vague enough. Yeah. Now throughout those first movies, we got a look at some of these other symbiotes. In the first movie, we saw Riot, who was an offspring of Venom. In the second movie, we saw Carnage, who also was an offspring of Venom. And at the end of the second movie, they teased that Toxin, an offspring of Carnage, might be featured in the third movie. That is both a complicated yet very easy family tree. It's just Venom at the top, all the rest at the bottom. Now, I'm not going to confirm if Toxin is indeed in the third movie. He is. Oops, sorry.
How dare you!
But trust me, you have not seen anything yet. See, over the years, the Life Foundation kind of gathered a lot of these symbiotes and stored them all in an underground base at a rather familiar location. And Knoll, well, he knows where to find them. But do not expect him to show up himself. Like I said, he is imprisoned. There are a few shots of the sinister-looking king in black, who is being played by Andy Serkis, by the way. Gollum. Snoke. I mean, this guy has a monopoly on playing these evil guys, but he's really good at it, so who cares? But as I was saying, Knoll is just teased in this movie, but they definitely seem to have something in store for him. In this movie, he is actually represented by one of his other creations. I don't want to be that guy, but he sure made some ugly offspring. And faulty on top of that. For some reason, these hunters can only see the prey under certain circumstances. What is that? I hope they're under warranty. But that little mishap, little loophole, is kind of telling. It is an example of why this movie gets stuck with the label of a very entertaining movie. The whole plot is kind of flimsy, and I genuinely feel like they could not decide on the direction of this movie. It is a mix of both funny, heartwarming, and an almost unique road trip movie, and a bland Michael Bay Transformer ripoff. I personally think if they had pushed the throttle a little more on that road trip part, tipped away the balance from that private organization general needs help from aliens to fight other aliens, this might have been a very different review. Something tells me that Tom Brady and his team actually wanted to push in that direction, but as usual, the studio got in the way. That's what I'm thinking. We'll never know for sure. About that Michael Bay ripoff I just mentioned. We all know what those movies are like 15 minutes of build-up, 2 hours of explosions. Venom: The Last Dance does way better. The start of the movie is rather slow, sure. Apart from some funny moments, including that venomized horse, which is hilarious, there's nothing more funny than Venom trying to calm down a horse. Just thinking about it makes me laugh. But it isn't until the final act that they blow the lid off this whole symbiote lore and things really take off. No matter how much I love that bromance stuff, in that final act, they gave me goosebumps. They actually made a tear of hell yeah roll down my cheek. There's no single Transformer movie that succeeded in doing that. Well, except maybe Bumblebee. Yeah, that's different. So all in all, this is a very enjoyable movie, a good night out. It's not the movie you'll still be talking about in 6 months, but it is the perfect ending to the Venom trilogy. Or is it? Okay, before I venture into spoiler territory, let me first share that there is a mid-credit scene and a post-credit scene. And I think you want to see both of them. They're quite relevant, so don't walk out too fast. Now, for those that want to keep this spoiler-free, it is time to stop watching. Thank you very much, make sure to subscribe and I'll see you in the next one. Now seriously, leave. Leave. I swear, don't come complaining afterwards. Alright, fine. Be that way. The post-credit scene. I'm not going to address the mid-credit scene. I'll let you to discover that for yourself. The post-credit scene, however, on the first instance looks like just a comedic throwback. It is a barman that was taken by the Foundation earlier in the movie that is walking out of that rubble and wondering what happened. However, the final shot focuses on a vial. One of those vials that they use to catch small elements of the symbiotes. Little remnants. And there's a beetle that is about to climb into that vial. You might not think much of it. The thing is, early in the movie, at a bar where that barman was working, the Foundation also caught a small piece, a remnant of venom that he left on a coin in that bar. They put it in one of those vials. So that is a small piece of venom that they still have stored somewhere. And this little vial that we see at the end might be venom. These symbiotes can repair themselves from the smallest pieces when they start feeding on stuff like beetles, for instance. See where I'm going with this? Now, sometimes these symbiotes will leave remnants and those will turn into their own proper symbiotes, but I'm thinking that they're going to take the other route, and that this is a little pathway that they're keeping open for the return of Venom, with or without Eddie Brock, and maybe in the next Spider-Man movie. Who knows? For now, however, that was it. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up. It always helps me out. And make sure to subscribe, because I'm going to be back with a new video next week. Till then, take care of yourself, take care of each other. Bye-bye.